Alrighty, welcome back, PokemonGO players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is July 5th, 2020. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
It's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please, in the podcast. I'm loving it.
Hey, how's it going, my good man?
It's been a good day. Good day. Bad week, but a good day.
Bad week, but a good day. I like that. I like that for sure. Well, I had some... Oh my goodness, I had so much stuff happen in these last few days. I can tell you that it's been a interesting last week.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely something that a lot of things I was not expecting happening to me and both my channel and everything else. So, whoo-wee. It's one of those things. So, welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us once again to another episode of the Purified Podcast. It is July 5th, which technically is the day before PokemonGO has his 4-year anniversary. Happy birthday, PokemonGO. Everybody, if anybody's in the chat, put hashtag PokemonGO. Happy birthday, PokemonGO, because this is the game that changed our lives, and this is why we're talking about things here. So, it's incredible how much has changed. The game has changed in 4 years, really. Chris, what are your favorite memories? Think real quick before we really start on the recaps of the week.
I mean, it was really cool that they implemented this starter Pokemon as a part of it. A huge shout out to the people that actually kept their starters. I'm one of the people that cares about IVs, so I transferred mine.
Yeah, definitely. Imagine to think that your first Pokemon probably was PvP IVs, and then you just trashed it.
That is possible. It is possible. That was before we were able to check the little bars, So I definitely didn't do that. I just went off of these simply amazing me, or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a lot of changes for sure, and we're probably gonna go little reminiscing in this episode for sure. We do have a lot of news to talk about too, and a lot of things involving just everything that's gonna happen to the month of July. Just a little quick recaps and all that, but at the same time, it's gonna be a crazy month of July, and of course, we wanna always thank the creators of PokemonGO Niantic for creating this awesome game. We wouldn't be here without them, and we really always want to say hashtag thank you Niantic, because in the end of the day, this is how we actually became part of this big universe that we're currently in.
I was gonna say, I don't think I would have met you.
Yeah,
honestly,
definitely.
If it wasn't for PokemonGO.
Yeah, come on.
It got our community together.
Yeah, definitely. Because think about it. I'm a 20-year-old guy, and you're 22 at this point, and how the heck are we gonna become friends at this point? It's just
maybe
think about
in
it.
Pokemon Shield, but I would just run past you in the game.
Yeah. It's oh hey, look at that. Okay, bye. But yeah, so PokemonGO has changed our lives. We have met so many wonderful, wonderful people. We're definitely grateful for everything that has happened, and of course we want to just I don't know. It's just amazing that this game has survived for 4 years. I remember still the very first days of PokemonGO, and the type of amazingness that summer was. 2016 summer for PokemonGO was probably the most insane summer of all times. Just nonstop Pokemon hunting, new people, meeting new people, going around places you never even thought of visiting. It's it really has changed our lives for sure. So we we definitely want to just remember have that remembrance, for 4 years worth of PokemonGO, and we're still, you never know. This game could still go for another 4 years or more. Imagine this game going to a full 10 years sentence. Do you think that we're gonna have Generation 10 by that point or something?
They're so slow with it. I have no idea.
Yeah,
something that's really cool is that they throw in some of the new Pokemon. It seems like whenever they come out with a new generation to kind of get some hype for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So it's the kind of thing that we just want the most when it comes down to it. And I don't know, so many years, so many things to talk about, but let's get into our recaps of the week. I'm trying to get excellence on this, and you guys probably don't know, but we are in the full PokemonGO celebration. It's a full force celebration. But before we actually say anything else, we got to remind ourselves that we are also part of the Professor Network. Please make sure you check us out at the professornetwork.com/PurifiedPodcast. We do all things PokemonGO related stuff here. We have so many podcasts there that you guys want to listen to. You can also put in PurifiedPodcast.com. You'll be able to be fully linked to the actual like website and everything. So make sure you check us out there. Make sure you check out the wonderful people that create the Professor Network. They're such cool people. They and they brought us in. So I mean, come on, go show them some love. If anything, go ahead and do exclamation podcast on the chat, and you guys will see those kind of things popped up. So yes, all right. Now that we actually talked about that, let's go ahead and make sure that we go through the recaps once again. So the recaps, I was saying, Pokemon Go Celebration is in full force, just like we talked about last week. We have, new Pokemons, new shinies, the flying type Pikachu, which I don't think I have an inventory right now because I kind of deleted everything before I started the podcast.
I've got a few. I'll flex it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, just do a picture.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know if I had my picture for the day, but is it once a day? I can't remember.
I think it's multiple because I've gotten like 2 or 3 today.
Oh yeah, definitely multiple.
I just don't know when it maxes out, to be honest.
I don't either.
You got butt bombed.
We got butt bombed. Yeah, let me check that Pidove before I check the Pikachu. Okay, cool. Not shiny. Which actually, what we were saying, the new shiny is Pidove, so that is going to be the case. Of course, everybody who's hunting it is trying to hunt it, but it is what it is when it comes down to it. Full force in the beginning, we have new flying type Pokemon. A new flying type Pokemon, as you probably already saw in the cash screen a couple of minutes, is Ducklet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ducklet is the new Pokemon in PokemonGO. Really not much of a difference from just a regular, bird Pokemon. He has the same typing as Pelipper at that point, and it's kind of that thing when it comes down to it. I don't know. Have you heard anything about the evolution Swanets or something in PvP or anything?
I haven't heard anything. Nobody's been too hyped about it. I'll check it really quick, but I don't think it's gonna be that good.
Yeah.
Swana. Yeah, no. This thing is ranked 285
Oof.
out of the current meta.
Oof.
It does have Bubble Beam though, so keep your eyes out.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna change. It's gonna need to change for sure in a lot of things. And I know we have a lot of people in the chat, guys. I'll get to everybody as soon as we get through the news and updates on today's. We just want to make sure we keep on going because this is a podcast where you want to make sure you give information. Anyways, all right. Part 2 of our recap. Chris, any shinies for the week aside from our stream shinies?
I don't think so. I do not think so.
Oof.
Let me double check. No, still nothing. I've been very unlucky in Pokemon Go, except for like IVs.
I actually was lucky enough today to get one shiny. As of now.
I saw.
And it was probably one of the best things in the world to get today because it was a shiny I was looking for. I was not part of one of the Safari Suns and everything, but we want to make sure that we catch as many shinies as possible. So shiny Teddios is in my bag. It's fun. I need another one for the full evolution line, but we'll get to it. But yeah, that was a nice.
Such a clean shiny though, minty green.
Oh yeah, minty green, nice. Well, since we're already in the topic of shinies, and since it's the very first one that we got, how about we evolve it? I know I have it in the pocket, guys, but I want to see the big boy, shiny green boy here. Definitely. And here we go.
Big jelly bear.
Oh, actually, that's a pretty good shiny, man. I'm not a fan of green, but that's actually a pretty awesome shiny.
That's your gummy bear.
Oh yeah, gummy bear. Gummy bear. Oh, definitely. That is beautiful. That is actually a beautiful, very nice shiny. I do gotta say that. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go for now. We'll save the other ones for, another stream for sure, and other stuff for sure. So, definitely keep in mind of a lot of things shiny-wise. I got to spin a stop today. I got to remember that. Anyways. All right, Chris. How about we get into a research topic of today?
Yes, sir.
There we go. So, what is the very first thing that we're going to talk about today?
This is a sad one. I know you're sad about it.
Yeah.
That Niantic has reported that we are not going to get raid invitations until further notice. So keep your eyes out, but
I know. Okay, so raid invitations, probably the number one feature that we want in Pokemon Go right now. Because of everything that's happening in the world, Niantic has been able to adapt as much as possible for everybody to just be able to raid out, remote raid, not get out as much. You have all the things possible going around. Definitely, something that we want now. And they even said at first, at the beginning of the month of June, they said, hey, we're going to go ahead and get raid invitations out by the end of this month. And we're like, okay, cool. We finally be able to get, people around playing with us 24/7, yoo-hoo, everything like that, Yeah, that tweet was not a happy one when I saw it like a couple of days ago, though.
When they finally implement it, I know we're all going to forgive them. But yeah, right now we're so ready for it.
Oh my god! It's one of those things that we're just like, we really do need raid invitations, guys. I can tell you for sure that my hype for raids have actually gone down so much. I haven't done that many raids. I think one of the reasons.
So hard.
Yeah, one of the things was the Pinsir raid that was probably canceled is because Niantic didn't want the problems to arise because of them, and that's why they don't want like more people in and everything like that. So I understand the world is still in a crisis, and they want to make sure they're not like number one in the whole, okay, we're gonna go back to things were that easily. So I understand that, but raid invitations is such a good feature that we need. We want to make sure that we do it with you guys. We want to do it live too if we can. We want to see if we actually have somebody who's able to help us out and at least get one raid in for you guys on live on stream for you guys on podcast. But definitely it will be a welcome vision once it comes out. And since they're delaying it, I'm pretty sure that they're working through some of the hot fixes that the feature needs. So it's welcoming but disappointing. So
it'll be nice when it's put in very, very fine-tuned and ironed out, so there's no problems. But there's going to be problems. It's Niantic. Come on.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm also glad that they're actually taking their time, and no matter what happens, it's one of those things that we want to make sure. So but yeah, that's really the smallest or the first real news of today, because that was like early in the week, and since they did promise us to happen at the end of the month of June, we're all like, okay, even in last podcast we were like, guys, it's only a couple of days away, what are you doing? Give us an update, something. And of course they had to wait a little bit longer for that. I do hope that at least it happens before the end of July, so that way we have a little bit of raid going on GoFest and everything, which would be kind of nice.
I'm sure that's their ultimate goal, so we'll see.
Yeah. If anything...
GoFest altogether is going to be amazing.
If anything, their time period should be like, okay, we have 3 weeks before GoFest starts. I know that they want to make sure that everybody's ready, so maybe a week before they release it to make sure that everything is smoothed out and, all the glitches and things happen little by little. So I do hope that that's the case. So... I do hope that at the point of that we'll be fine. Please give me a shiny on stream. And also, let me hit this excellence, because I can't hit the excellence. Everybody's actually kind of hating the 50 excellent, the FX excellent thing. That's.
I was able to do it today.
Oh man, I haven't really actually opened the app that often to say that I done it, and plus I have an extra day off after this weekend, so.
It's been hard with the flying Pokemon. The flying Pokemon are the hardest ones for me to hit.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're actually talking about one of the skill research things that are happening. We have to make 50 excellent throws. It's not an easy task, mostly because it's 50 excellence. Unless you know your Pokemon, you barely won't be able to actually get a 50 or something. But anyways,
that's the one for bragging rights too, though. So you don't have to do it, right?
But you know what? I actually feel like there's something going on with that, though. Why would they make us do something so tedious as 50 excellent throws and not give us like an actual reward for it? It's like, don't you think that they're like kind of secrecy on that? Like, oh yeah, it's bragging rights. Oh yeah, you're supposed to complete this before the end of the week and all that. I'm like,
this Pokemon was so impressed. It came to you at PokemonGO Fest. Whoa. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I don't know. I do feel like there's something going on with that. So as much as a pain as it is, I'd recommend everybody to do it. Maybe there will be some kind of reward to doing it. Maybe on the second day of GoFest. You never know. It's like, oh, hey, like the skilled players who finish all the tasks until the end of those 3 weeks, you get to get this, something or like, it's like, skill players, skill things.
like the rewards for doing it was just so garbage. Like you're spending like I don't know, like 200 Pokeballs, and you're getting back 5 of each.
Yeah.
Really? No, that's not a good reward.
Yeah, definitely. So, I don't know. We'll see. Really. If not, we're gonna keep on speculating and tinfoil hiding and everything like that. What is your word for the speculations? Come on.
For speculations,
You said something last.
there's not too much. Oh, speculation station.
There you go.
Choo choo.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
That I'm gonna make that stick. I'm gonna make that stick. If people start talking about us in the podcast, I'm gonna make that stick for you.
We gotta have a train animation. A train animation.
Oh my
that
god.
comes in.
Oh god. Whenever I get that going. All right. Definitely. All right. So we gone through what Niantic has tweeted. Let's go through July's research, breakthrough bugs, raid bosses, and spotlight hours. How about we dive into this, Chris?
There are some good ones.
Yeah,
there are some good ones. I'm excited.
So this is from Niantic proper, I'm sorry, PokemonGO Live proper. So which is Niantic. Okay. Trainers. Here's what to look for in the month of July. This is separate from what they already have going on. So it's like I said, it's a month worth of events, worth of things, and since it's also the happy birthday of Pokemon Go, we definitely are going to have probably more events and more surprises in the coming days. So hopefully next week is not just a dump of news and all of a sudden, oh, we're gonna do this too. I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this. So all right. So first of all, what is July's breakthrough box, Chris?
The research breakthrough.
Yes.
It is the wonderful, wonderful Pokemon of Larvitar, the rock skin Pokemon. If you guys don't have a shiny Larvitar, good for you. I mean, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I haven't seen too many people getting shinies right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of people tweet out their shiny Larvitar and all that stuff, which is an upgrade from last month, which was Trampinch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's still kind of like, I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I mean, Larvitar, we had a community day too. I'm like, it's the same as technically it's the same as Trampinch, but it's meta relevant,
Oh yeah, it's a lot more meta. You can actually use it in raids. You can't use Flygon in like anything except Great League, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's one of those things, I guess.
We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. So that is our research breakthrough boss. I did claim mine today. It's not a good one, so I mean, I didn't even care at this point. I've been kind of like just erasing things I don't want at this point and just keeping what things I probably want to try it eventually. So, is that a shiny? No, it's not a shiny. Dang it. Anyhow,
I do the same thing.
Yeah. So our next raid boss, and as predicted at this point, is going to be Kyurem, the legendary Ice Dragon type Pokemon out there. So first came Reshiram, then Sakura. Now Kyurem is coming to Pokemon Go starting Tuesday, July 7th, which is this next Tuesday at 1 p.m. PDT, which is 4 o'clock Eastern time. Kyurem, the boundary Pokemon, will be waiting for you to challenge in 5-star raids. In addition, there will be a raid hour event featuring Kyurem every Wednesday at 6 p.m. time while it's still in 5-star raids. I don't think I'll be able to hang the first. What the heck? That's a evolution Pokemon. Swallow.
Yep. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird that Swallow is like one of the only ones that just endlessly flies like without flapping.
I know, right? Oh my god, I can't even hit that Pokemon. Anyways, what I was saying before I actually got that up here, I don't think I'll be able to get the first right now we're in, but I think I'll be able to do the next two afterwards. So, but the first one is usually the one that counts to be able to catch this. So that's still going to be interesting.
It's going to be a one and done basically for me, but I will definitely try for a Hundo because I'm pretty sure he gets Icy Wind.
I think so. So we'll see how powerful he will become and all that stuff in the coming days. Definitely Kyurem, another legendary dragon type Pokemon that we want. I don't know. I still feel like they might be surprising us for a shiny eventually, but I don't know. It's just me, I guess.
I just can't see them releasing a shiny right now, especially since they canceled Pinsir Day.
That's true.
Like, I don't know if they canceled it because of like problems with the raids themselves or if they just didn't want people getting out, because I'm leaning towards the fact that they didn't want people getting out too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think they've been too open about that. That's just my theory. So, I mean, at the same time, who's not going to get out for a new Pokédex entry? You know,
A new legendary, people want the new
a
legendary.
legendary Pokédex. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's always good when a new legendary comes around. It's even better when it comes as a shiny. So, either way, that is our brand new legendary coming in the next few days. We're still in the midst of Ho-Ho this weekend. So, have you done any Ho-Hos at all?
I tried one, and it just happened to be one that had Solar Beam.
Oh.
So it almost one-shot every single one of my T-Tars. It was horrible.
Yeah, horrible indeed. But yeah, that's Kiron arriving into 5-star race in the next coming days. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I really wish that raid invitations will be up by then, but that's just me wishful thinking.
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice. All right, so our next on our July events, we have Spotlight Hour. So the announcement of Spotlight Hours have been coming around every Tuesday at 6 p.m., which again is part of having a lot of different things happening. Tuesday, July 7, Taylor will be the spotlight, and you'll earn twice the candy for transferring the Pokemon. What do you think about that, Taylor? It's a shiny, right?
I like Taylor. It's actually one that I just got right at the end of one of the past Spotlight Hours. I want to say it was Clefairy.
Oh, okay.
It might have been Bronzor or something, though.
All right, and don't choke over there. I know you were choking.
Yeah. I'm good now.
Alrighty. Tuesday, July 14, next week, Subat will be in the past Spotlight Hour, and you're earning twice experience to evolving the Pokemon.
I'm excited for him.
Oh, yeah.
That is a green shiny I love.
Oh, my God. Another green shiny, but nevertheless a shiny I don't have either way, so it's something that we definitely think we need for sure. Tuesday, July 25th, Oddish will be in the Spotlight Hour, and you earn twice the Stardust for catching Pokemon. I mean, Oddish, shiny, and then Stardust. I think, there's a connection there.
Do you think they were trying for, all green shinies? Or was that just a coincidence?
Good one, really. I mean, yeah. I mean, it could be a coincidence. It could be more.
Speculation? I don't know.
Definitely something to talk about. And then
all shinies I love.
Right? All shinies I love. No shiny left behind, just like Adroy says.
In PokemonGO, yes.
No, of course. Tuesday, July 28th. I can't even say the word. Weasel? I can't say that word.
Weasel, yeah.
Weasel, thank you. Will be there in the spotlight. It will earn twice the experience for catching the Pokemon. So, a non-shiny one, I mean, it looks like it's more like, they want to give us 3 weeks worth of shinies and then one to just catch up on a lot of different things. So, that's, kind of nice for them. But still, it's like, no shiny yet. So unless I get a hundo, maybe not, things like that. I know you're typing away in the chat there, so don't mind him.
I'm not excited for Weasel. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, nothing to.
I kind of tuned out as soon as I heard this.
I know, right? Nothing to see here. Let's move on. Just like. Anyways, but again, don't forget the weekly challenge did start on July 3rd, so we'll celebrate Pokemon Go's 4th anniversary in a full blast, just like we're doing right now. So again, guys. Have hashtag Happy Birthday Pokemon Go because it is one of those games that just makes us happy every day. All right.
It does.
Yes, Chris. All right, Chris, what is our next research topics for today?
Well, if you guys didn't know, we voted for a wonderful, wonderful Pokemon in the form of a gas ball known as Ghastly. It is going to be Community Day for Ghastly. If you do not have the shiny, like a lot of us, you're going to love it. It also gets an amazing move, Shadow Punch, when you evolve it into Gengar completely.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on July 19th, a Sunday, from 11 to 5 p.m. local time.
So another six-hour event
for
shiny hunting.
It's going to be a fun one.
Definitely. So July 19 at 6 a.m. or 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Ghastly will appear more frequently in the wild. And then, of course, if you're lucky, shiny Ghastly will be in your inventory after this. If you don't play, still play. You got 6 hours. Just like Chris says, Gengar will know the move Shadow Punch once evolved. And then, of course, I don't get a shiny on that Pikachu. Take a few snapshots for surprise. Overworld shinies is still kind of nice to see every now and then, if you get one, of course. There will be a special one-time purchase July Community Day box featuring 30 Ultra Balls, an Elite Fast TM, 2 Incest, and 2 Super Incubators. I'll just buy it for the incubators, but I don't know if I want the Elite box or the Elite TM at this point.
I think I actually skipped out on the last one.
Same.
I wasn't worried too much about getting the Elite TM or Charge TM, whatever. I wasn't too worried about it.
Yeah, I wasn't too either, so it's one of those things when it comes down to it. And then, there's going to also be a special research story for $1. The exclusive special research story that is the Great Ghastly. Okay, somebody in Niantic really likes the Great Gatsby, and they have to say that pumped, right?
It kind of reminded me of the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown too.
Oh my god.
To be honest.
If Liz from Niantic is hearing this, I'm pretty sure you were the one who pushed this, didn't you?
For sure.
The Great Ghastly. Oh my goodness, just make a book out of it now. Come on, guys.
It better be great.
I know,
I'm
right?
telling you.
Oh my god. Alright, and then the bonuses will be eggs will require 1/4 hatch distance when placed in incubators during the event period. Please note that this bonus will not stack with other active hatches distances. So, as we mentioned last week, our special bonuses for the month has been extended to the end of July, and that actually actives a half distance on hatching eggs. However, it will not stack with a 1/4, so you're not gonna hatch a 10k in like literally 0.5. It would have been nice, but no, it won't happen. Definitely going to probably get more 2k eggs for Ghastly anyway, so it's one of those things that you want to keep in mind when it comes down to it. There's still, 1/4 is like great. You literally just have to put a 2k on a free incubator and you'll hatch it in less than a mile anyway. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say 0.5 kilometers per Ghastly. That is insane odds. I think that's the fastest we've ever hatched them for Community Day.
There's been a couple community days with that distance, so it hasn't been that bad.
Well, for like after they added the shiny chance.
Oh, yeah.
For the Pokemon.
Hey,
I don't know.
If you want to get a Shando, get all the eggs in the world, So.
Oh, we're finding the Shundo anyways. What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
In the wild.
Oh my god. A good thing it's a Sunday because I usually don't play on Saturday unless I have to work. But yay! All right. So ready your scary faces for July's Community Day. Let's go, Ghastly fans. Also, make sure to turn in on the Adventure Stick to take advantage of the 1/4 hatch distance bonus on the Community Day itself. And then, of course, just be safe out there, guys. I know it's a crazy time these days, especially with everything that's going on again, but we want to make sure they're safe. We're sorry. All right, so...
That takes first priority.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so another news that we're actually going around since, this has been a speculation since the last few days and the last few images that PokemonGO has released, but we're going to talk about what's called the Willow Report. Now, I'm going to switch over to the actual report here. Now, this is not strange. This is storytelling from Niantic, from PokemonGO proper, telling the story of what's going to happen in the next few days, the next few weeks. This time around, though, it's more about how the Pokemon... what am I saying? Pokemon Go's own Team Rocket is finally on the move again. Now, we did hear that, of course, they weren't going to make a move until September. Giovanni wasn't going to come back for another, 3 months worth of summer. But we knew they were not going to get this feature out of the way that easily. There's definitely something going on. Now, I want to speculate a little bit when we talk about this because I know it's Balloon. The Team Go Rocket is actually constructing to catch Pokemons, steal Pokemons. There's been many images around around Pokemon's Go tweets and everything. There's this whole story where they say that the team leaders from Mystic, Valor, and Instinct are finding scraps of what's going on with those, things like that. So we know for a fact that this feature is going to go live soon. They go to different gyms, different stuff. Maybe they'll land on gyms. That'd be pretty interesting. Like the last one here says, there's actually an image right here that shows the balloon going around a gym and a tree. So that would be interesting if it happens. Maybe because it's just flying on a safe distance in between all of it. So
Maybe they only pop up at empty gyms, you know? That'd be
Maybe.
interesting instead of fighting an enemy trainer.
Well, we
We'll see.
remote rating and remote rate invites. There's definitely something that's gonna happen with this, but I I mean, there's only been small little tellings of it. Of course, it's just Pokemon's receiving the blueprints of what the Go Dingo Rockets balloon is gonna happen. Now, this is my theory of what's gonna do. I'm pretty sure that the data miners have already discovered something specifically for it, but.
Mhm.
If we go to another game called Wizards Unite, there is a night bus that actually takes you to the gyms to do the challenges for that. If we change that to Pokemon Go, the balloon is technically that, only for Tingo Rocket.
Mhm.
Are we gonna battle more Tingo Rocket runs? Are we going to, just because they want to make us more safe? Are they gonna appear once a week or once a day? I don't know. It's really interesting when it comes to this kind of thing, and just hearing the story of it is actually pretty cool because you never know. Sometimes they discover something interesting, fun activities, and just telling a story throughout the game's mechanics is even better. What do you think about this, Chris? What do you speculate at this point?
I mean, my personal speculation station is that we're going to be getting kind of like auto fighters out of gyms because I know a lot of us have been in gyms for days and weeks and months and even years for some.
Yeah.
I'm sure. We'll see, but my personal theory is that Team Rocket might actually fight us out of gyms. I think that's very possible. I think we might see Jesse and James come
Oh
flying
yeah,
in,
definitely.
but maybe not so Pokemon Go Fest, you know.
Well, we'll see. But I don't think. I think this feature, like, okay, they're not gonna release a brand new feature on like a day or so before Pokemon Go Fest. I'm pretty sure that can
No.
kind of try to release it a couple of days before, a couple of weeks before, just to make sure that everything smoothes out and make sure that trainers are not lagging because everybody's trying to get into the game and things like that. It's that kind of thing. Now, I mean, Go Fest is going to be interesting too because everybody who purchases the ticket, they're gonna be playing on that day, especially because it's local time. So that's actually good. At least the servers are not gonna get overloaded at the same time all together.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah.
we'll definitely have some news before the actual date of GoFest. But what we're gonna do, hopefully, we're gonna stream either one of those days. I think Chris will probably stream on Saturday for GoFest. I'm gonna try to definitely stream the full day on Sunday, and then just have a great time with Pokemon Go Fest anyway. So there is your announcement there,
It's
guys.
gonna be dope.
Make sure you check us out. If you, I'll definitely put it on the descriptions. I'll definitely put it on the podcast information about checking out Chris and checking out me on Twitch or YouTube. We'll definitely make it a good day for everybody to have fun, Pokemon Go wise and all that. So yeah, that's really all the information we have today for news and updates. Correct, Chris? Is there anything else that you think that you might have?
For Pokemon Go, not really. For Sylph, there's plenty.
Yeah, definitely. Hold on, let me check Twitter just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I mean, Niantic is also, partnering with a lot of different companies. They're making more advanced technology for AR and all that stuff. Not really much that we can get to on that, and things like that. So since we're still a little bit on, we have a little bit of time, and before we go to our PvP section, let's reminisce a little bit of what Pokemon Go has come through in the last 4 years, since this is technically a day before their happy year anniversary. So, I don't know. I mean, again, I always want to feel to go back to the 2016 beautiful summer where I feel like world peace was achieved through Pokemon Go,
I mean, you could go anywhere and there'd be like solid like 50-person groups traveling around
Oh, yeah,
to
definitely.
like hunt after whatever new Pokemon was on the nearby.
And I definitely was like, looking at some old videos of everybody starting Pokemon Go. I checked out Trainer Tips' second video for the first time ever, and I was just like, wow, that is a change. But he did stick with a lot of his formatting on the video editing the same way. But still, that was, going back to seeing how people were so excited when Pokemon came out. We had Trainer Tips, Reversal too, that he started, making it big thanks to Pokemon Go. Yeah, Mystic 7, which he's not a full-on fledged, Pokemon fan for the reason that he didn't know anything about Pokemon before he actually started playing Pokemon Go. And he never played one of the main series games. He never played anything like that. So I was like, it's kind of fun to see those kind of days where he was just like, oh my goodness, what's this Pokemon? And I'm just like, this is just a Pidgey, dude.
I was gonna say it's really cool to see how many people get into Pokemon Go as their first game.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people find it annoying, but I think it's a cool way to get them to like find a way into the game. Because there's plenty of people that started playing Pokemon Go and start playing another game, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people that we know, they also been in the same position. They play Pokemon Go because it was just popular during the summer, and then they never really thought about looking into what Pokemon Go was or what Pokemon general was back in those days. Maybe they heard like the words Pikachu and all that stuff in that case, but I mean, who doesn't know Pikachu at this point in 2020?
Yeah, I was gonna say people that don't play Pokemon, if you don't know what Pikachu is, you're under a rock.
You've been living on a rock for 20 years, 22 years at this point. Anyways, but that's the thing, it's like, it's just amazing how many people actually got aware of what Pokemon is just from this game alone. And yeah, it was one of those things that just made it available for the entire world, the entire history. All in mobiles, Androids, iPhones, and we had the technology for it. But still, those kind of small things that you see now. Aside from the people and aside from the community that has been created for the last 4 years, I want to hear a little bit more about maybe the features that we had since day one. It's like the first 3 features that we had since the game started was catching Pokemons, taking down gyms, and hatching eggs. Aside from that, we had nothing else, dude. Nothing else.
Yeah, the hatching eggs wasn't so bad. We didn't have shinies back then.
No.
So legit, all you wanted to do was evolve, fill that Pokédex, and then what?
That was it. That's the thing. That was
You
all
didn't
we
have to fight other people. You just had to fight gems.
Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of one of those things when it comes down to it. You see people, trying to take their gym, and they're like, "Oh no, you took my gym. I'm gonna take it back now," and all that stuff. And people were even like posting themselves in like the parking lots of those gyms, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna wait here until midnight till you guys all go to sleep to take out the gym or something." I'm like, who plays like this?
Honestly, I'm one of those people, though, to be fair.
Oh my god. But it was also fun to see, like, when a rare Pokemon spawn in the overworld, like a Snorlax, a Lapras, even the worst of them, being a Dragonite or something, and just, like, popping around. Oh my god, he got a shiny. Oh my god. Shiny Snubbull.
Dude, that was incense. Incense
my
shiny
god.
boy.
Well, there you go. There's your shiny for the week. Good thing you got it before the end of the week. It's kind of one of those things when it comes down to it. Let's see. Let me go real quick on something here on YouTube. Well, that loads. Yeah, I mean, just Snorlax, Lapras, even an Aerodactyl. Those were like super rare back in the day, and they're still rare now. It's just that we have so many other Pokemons out there that just fill in the gaps for what's rare out there. Like even myself. There was one Pokemon that I know I had for a while, but still I wanted to get more candies and everything. And I posted on Discord. Posted on Discord a couple of days ago. But I did get a random regular Axew in the wild, which is a rare occurrence. Now this was Gold Plus, so I didn't even know I had it in my inventory until I left work, and I was like, "Oh
I'm so
my god!"
jealous. Show me the IVs. You said it was bad.
It was bad.
I want to see it. I want to know.
It's bad. It's bad. It's serious. It's a serious start and all that. So, it has 6, 10, 2. Like
dear lord.
It's gonna be tray fodder at this point for that reason. So.
Oh yeah.
When it comes down to it, it's kind of those things, But rare Pokemons like that. That's what makes Pokemon Go really what it's all about. You see a rare Pokemon and then you all of a sudden you just run to it. People are just out there to catch them all, and then once you catch them all, you just want to get all the shinies at this point. So you become you become a legit shiny hunter the moment you play Pokemon Go at this point. So
I mean, like, even the people that don't care about the shinies, they know they're worth something to other people, so they'll hunt the shinies to trade Pokemon they want, like for raids or PvP, whatever you want the Pokemon for. Yeah. You'll usually collect shinies for that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I got the video here, and hopefully I don't get copyrighted as long as we talk about a little bit what happens in this trailer. But I'm gonna put it on screen for you guys right here, right now, and then hopefully it doesn't go crazy on me. But this was the very first time we got a trailer of what Legendary is going to be about in Pokemon Go, and I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Okay, hold on. I think my computer is not synced to this. Hold on 1 second. I may not be. Okay, yeah, it's synced now. And let's go back. So make sure that, I mean, if you guys are watching us, of course, on the podcast feeds, you want to just go to the trailer itself. But this trailer right here always got me hyped. The moment this trailer like took off was just crazy.
I remember.
Oh my goodness. So this is like the first trailer that they released like after Pokemon Go became more bigger than usual in the summer of 2017. So a year later, this is actually what got me hyped. Now we did have a gym rework, which is the current gym system that we have today. Hopefully they'll do a different one eventually. So I'm gonna just lower a little bit more just to make sure you guys can not hear so much about it and hear me too. But yeah, this was like the first part of it. And we were like, oh my goodness, it's cool. And you know, take off the gym upgrades, team battles, all that stuff, you know, things like that. But then this was what got me so hyped. And then the music.
Yeah, we can't even do that yet, the team battles. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. And just everybody's getting so hyped on this. I know it's just like, you know. Oh my god. The moment we all saw this, we were like, oh my god, dudes. Just oh my god.
Oh, it's a lose and a...
Oh my god. And I literally went through this video like 20 times to see everything in it. I didn't care what it was. Ho-Ho, Lugia, Articuno, Zapdos. Oh my god. It was just amazing.
It's so cool.
I know. This hype got me hyped the moment I saw it. No matter what it was, what you were doing, it was just fun as it was, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this was their way of saying, finally we'll be able to catch legendaries in Pokemon Go for the first time in a year's worth of the game's release, you know?
It's so funny to imagine that people would be using, like,
You
like
know,
Bulbasaur and
yeah,
Pikachu.
but I mean, you probably only had that thing.
Some people.
Yeah.
I have seen some funny stuff in raids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Dude. The first legendary raid was legendary, for sure.
Yeah,
Even, we didn't care about shinies. We just wanted the decks.
Oh, my
we just
goodness.
wanted to get that beauty.
I know. And every time I hear the song from this legendary trailer, it's just... It takes me back, dude. It takes me back. It definitely does take me back. Alright, let's make sure that we don't get any more copyrighted from all this. But yeah, definitely. You know, that trailer alone just got me hyped from playing Pokemon Go even harder now. And I even remember the first time the race was really introduced into the game. Not Legendaries yet. Legendaries took off a little bit later after the gym rework system. And then, you know, I was trying to go for Tyranitar's that were like, you know, spawning on 4 stars and all those things. I even remember trying to beat down my first Tyranitar with like 3 other people and we're like having problems because we couldn't do anything to it.
Dude, I could not. I could not.
Yeah, and
That was the first time I came into contact with Discord, actually.
Oh,
was
yeah.
because of the T-Tar raid.
yeah, and I was in the Sarasota. Well, I wasn't in the Sarasota area, but I was, you know, in the Bradenton, Sarasota, and then I started getting more and more groups going around. And then Discord was born for Pokemon Go, and that was like literally the history of it at the end of the day because, you know, coordinating gyms, battles, raids, raid special weekends. You know, I know we had some glitches and some things that, you know, happened in the game and all that stuff, but I can even remember the first time that Articuno was out, and that was like so hard to try to at least get one, and I had that on that first day I was rating 6 or 7 that I was going out with a group, and I could not in my life get one to actually, you know, catch at that point. It wasn't until the
Catching
second
the legendaries in the back, man.
Dude, it wasn't until the second day where I actually got the legendary Articuno, and I was like, oh my god, finally I got this after 6 or 7 raids, and I was like, I don't care about spending as many passes as it was. I just wanted the legendary, man. It was so hyped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It took me and my friends a long time to actually get the Dex Pokemon, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I'm thinking back on it, you had to basically hit it with an excellent throw to even have a chance at catching it.
And back
You
then,
end up
the
with
distance,
raspberries.
the distances for it were just like insane too. It wasn't that easy to get that legendary. But then after that, you get the trick of it, and you know which one to get. You got, Articuno, Lugia, then Moltres, then Zapdos, and then after that, it was just a bunch of legendaries spawning in 5-star race. And that's really what the feature what I really like at the feature, and what really brought a lot of the community together back again after, PokemonGO was like, dying at this point. Really, one of the things that I really feel like made sure that the game was alive was the YouTubers. Mystic 7, Reversal, Trainer Tips, all of them in some way or form, they made sure that this game stayed alive for everybody. It was just, imagine, because I do even remember putting it down for maybe 2-3 weeks before I got my Gold Plus going. Because all my friends were like, oh, I'm level 20 something. Oh, I'm level 20. And I'm just like a missing level 15 or 16 trying to catch whatever Pokemon was out there. But it wasn't as much fun as it was by the moment, because I didn't want to catch, a Rattata, Peachy, and all those things that, were just finding regularly in the wild. However, I got my Gold Plus going, and then once I did, that changed. Like, literally was catching Pokemons, stucking on eggs or stucking on Pokeballs and everything. And it just, make the experience just that much more fun. And little by little, of course, we started doing raids, we started doing this, and, here we are. This is what it is. Another big note to come around of the features that we got for PokemonGO, aside from raids, research task, daily research task, then came trading, and then, and then PvP, which is the big one that came around not too long ago. But that community for PokemonGO has grown so much, and really this game has changed our lives for the better, and how many people has actually really gotten to this point is because of PokemonGO.
There's so much.
There's so much.
So much for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's really what PokemonGO is all about these days, and we want to continue hoping that PokemonGO is going to, continue striving for newer things, newer stuff. Even the buddy system, we haven't even talked about that, and that's still something in the game too, But yeah, PokemonGO. There we go. 4 years. All right, I think we ranted well enough into what PokemonGO is about. Shall we move into our PvP section? Get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris.
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes,
so
sir.
Chris, what is the very first notice on our notes there?
I believe it is the wonderful Catacomb Cup, the final cup of Season 2. Is it actually?
It is.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
oh
it is.
My gosh.
Well, in the midst of Continentals happening this weekend, and everything else, like Go Battle League Premier Cup coming up this Monday, Catacomb, which is the final Season 2 tournament for the month and for the season actually, they want to make sure that we move on. We're probably gonna have like a month worth of rest in August, and then we're gonna move on to Season 3 afterwards. So time to get ready on that Stardust grind again.
Dude, I just hit 1 million, and I'm probably going to be down to like 800,000 after building my team.
I hit 3 million again.
Dude, very jealous.
Definitely. So yes, the Catacomb Cup. Once again, we have another bug centric one, I guess. We do have dark types, grass types, ice types, rock types, and bug types. And then the Pokemons that are legitimately banned for this are Steel types, thank God, Legendaries, Mythicals, Shadows, and Regionals. Also, we have Scrafty, Dugong, Alolan Ninetales, Obstagoon, and Crustle. They are not available for this cup either. So, Chris, what do you really think about this? What's the meta looking right now, since we already started?
I gotta say, even before they shook up the PV Poke rankings, they used to have the dark types at the top, as well as an Umbreon.
Right.
I think because of all the practice cups, they moved a few things around based on what people were using.
Right.
I knew this Pokemon was going to be at the top immediately. Sudowoodo with counter.
Oh yeah, heavy counter for those bug types.
Oh yeah, yeah. It has Rock Slide for any flyer.
Mm-hmm.
It has Earthquake for solid damage. Counter's just an all-around good move. So legit, the first thing I did was think, what can I use to counter Sudowoodo? So I built my team around that. But dude, it is insane.
Yeah.
Like one of the first things I did is actually number 2 is Venusaur. You want that boy? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
definitely. So yeah, it's interesting just because a lot of things just counter each other, but Sudowoodo is the king of this meta. Shout out to Mystic 7.
I wonder if he'll do this one. Oh my
A
god.
lot of people are actually talking to him into it, so maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, the Cotton Cup is right there for you guys. So it's for the rest of the month. And then finally, of course, we do have a little bit more information on what's going on in the world of PvP. Chris, what is the next information there?
Oh yes. So Sylph, they usually handle Great League, but they've been starting to do something a little bit more interesting. They're hosting the Go Battle League Premier Cup for the higher ranked. I believe it's only for Master
It's
League
Master.
for Premier Cup.
It's Master.
It is? Okay. Okay. I don't know how much I'm into that, but I think you have to do it to get in the really high ranks in Sylph now, which is really interesting to me.
Well, this will also count as your ranked battles for the Celt Arena. So if you do a tournament and you want this to wait on your trainer cup, then you can actually have the Premier Cup as part of that. Just like, you know, any other great league, like the Catacomb and everything. But this will actually host it. So that's, you know, it's interesting because we never really gotten a master division in Celt Arena. And we always say that it's kind of out of reach for a lot of people, but you know, people have been getting into PvP since day one thanks to the Celt Arena. Thank you, Celt Arena, for that. And now they gain Stardust, they gain things, and then we also have, you know, a lot of Pokemons out there. Luckily, you don't have to spend like billions of Stardust on legendaries because the Premier Cup actually bans legendaries and mythicals. So those are out of the picture. So if you want your Metagross, your Tyranitar, whatever else you feel like, you know, a good Pokemon for the Master League is that is not legendary or mythical, that will be your source of knowledge. And of course, if you really want to get into it, if you really want to use your 100% Pokemons and your things going around and be like, hey, I want to try this out, I don't have to wait or anything, or just try it out, you know, go into the celtarena.gg or celt.gg, and then you'll find a local tournament going to you. So really it's something that it comes at a price. Now, real quick before we get to the next part of the news of the PvP section, I do want to say that I also did get the invite for regionals this season. However, I was dumb enough to not actually check my emails before then. And of course, I just say, good luck, have fun. I didn't think I get invited because the only thing I did was maybe 1 or 2 cups in the first season, in the season 2. So I was like, maybe not.
You did beat me in the first.
Oh
cup,
yeah.
though. So they might have saw that and was like, oh, this guy might be a prodigy. That's what it meant.
All I did was just like get the right count. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I even got that into that. Like, what was it? What was the first Celt Arena season 2 cup? Do you remember?
Sinister. I think it was Sinister.
Sinister. Yeah. I remember just beating you down with my Mawile.
Dude, Mawile with Power Up Punch. That thing was a menace, dude. I'm excited. I don't see too much of that anymore.
I know, right? I know. But yeah, that's what it is. And then Chris, what else we really got?
This has been really exciting. I saw it pop up on my Twitter. And I was like, what in the world's happening? So they added a new tier onto the Sylph leaderboards, which as soon as they added Elite, I was like, what's going on here? They added on the Legend tier. There is one person that was able to get to the Legend tier, and it was not me. It was Tho Technical, and the color is white. He was very scared it was going to be red, and it was going to look really ugly, but it looks very, very pristine. I wish I could show you guys, but
I'm actually trying.
to look at it.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get into it right now. I don't think how well it's gonna show in the actual like stream for you guys, but here we go. We only don't have just one, and actually I gotta turn off my camera for this.
Oh, there's more now?
There is 3 people actually in the top 3. There are 3 legends now in South Arena. We have from Chile, we have Ben Tsuki. We have from Mexico, Angelino511. And then from the Netherlands, Do Technical. It's in all three of them, the legends of the Silter, the very first three legends. And of course, Technical was the first one to actually get the legend rank in the once the Continental came around, and I did not want to open that. But then after that, you know, the Latin American ones came through, and then hopefully once we have the ones for the United States and everything, we'll see more legends come up to the leaderboard. We still have the Peruvian too. That's actually like really good. I really like that he's actually like still number 5 on top of the leaderboards and everything. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, look at how many battles they've done. 454 battles, you know, 343 wins, you know, 107 losses. You know, it's like those ratios are just insane. And
Oh yeah.
number 1, he's like a 76.43% ratio, while everybody else is at 80 or 88%. And you're like, wow, how is this guy number 1? And then this guy's at like number 3. You know, it's like it's incredible when it comes down to it.
Yeah, I think they do it in like intervals of 50 to kind of encourage people to do more and more battles.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, definitely. So that is the new legends for Celt Arena. Make sure that you check them out, of course. If you want to get into that, you know, again, Celt.gg is actually a great place to start. We got a lot going on, I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Be my goal next year, Matt.
All right, Chris. Looks like we ran down for a little too long there. Looks like we won't be able to actually get some battles in for tonight, unfortunately, because we are only a few minutes
That
away.
is fine. You terrify me.
We'll definitely have some for what it's to come. But yeah, we'll definitely we'll get some more battles in. Okay, this Rifflum, I'm just gonna go away. I don't want you anymore. All right, Chris. Is that
angry, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're almost at the end of our podcast. Chris, do you have anything else to talk about or say before we end it tonight?
If you guys want to be a part of any of the self tournaments, just give us a shout on Twitter, and I might be able to hook something up with our local tournaments even.
Yeah, definitely.
Just give me a shout.
Yeah, if you want to get into PokemonGO PvP, if you don't know where to start, we can walk you through it. You can always join our Discord, !Discord in the chat. If not, then just check us out on the on our social medias. Myself at PurifiedPodcast, Chris at
Christo0517.
Definitely. So that's our socials, and again, PvP is an amazing thing for Pokemon Go. And then yeah, that really is it. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking around for the podcast. I know that we had a lot of people actually talking in there. Unfortunately, I was trying to make sure that we had, you know, all the news and updates for you guys. Thank you, Derp, Arabella, Legends, Anima, the Donald Trump for YouTube, Manolito. We had Ben Zion, and a lot of different people actually come around too from Ion streams. Thank you so much for checking us out, Julian. And of course, you know, make sure you check us out on our socials, just like we said. Discord, if you want to keep on going. Again, we will check it as every day as possible. You know, I try to make sure that I'm there all the time for you guys to talk about things. But yeah, after that, thank you so much for listening. If you want to also check us out in our podcast feeds, you can go ahead and do !Podcast in the chat, or check us out, of course, in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and many other podcast services. You can also go at BuzzFeed, which is actually the place that we usually have the podcast live. But yeah, and then, of course, if you want to give us more info, talk about the dates and everything, email us at purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. You can also text or voice message at 941-417-9243. And of course, again, we haven't really received any emails yet, so if you want to be featured on the show, go ahead and check out those emails, guys. You want to make sure. But then, of course, don't forget to check us out at PurifiedPodcast.com, which is the Professor Network website. And that is it. Thank you so much, guys. Chris, how about you go ahead and take us away?
Sure thing. It's been a wild ride. We got a lot to look forward to. We got to see what Team Rocket is up to. How much do we got to stop them before GoFest? We'll see.
We'll see.
Hope you guys have a good one.
Yes,
Stick with us. Peace out.
Have a good night, guys.